With us today is Coach Goddard, South Carolina State. How you feeling today, Coach?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. It's a blessing to be here with you guys, man, because if we wasn't successful, we wouldn't be in here right now. So this is a good situation for us, and I'm enjoying every moment of it.
Excellent. Now, you're O-line coach. What growth have you seen from your guys from training camp, first day till now?
Well, you know what's crazy, man? We didn't have a training camp, so we moved right to January.
That's right.
Yeah, we moved right to January. So we had maybe 2 weeks of training camp, which is, not normal. And then we got into real games. Like, it wasn't no spring ball. We got into real live action in January. So it's been great to see the maturation of the offensive line. And I think the most rewarding thing I've seen is that I got 3 freshmen playing on the offense, starting pretty much. And they're what we call COVID freshmen, because when they first came, we didn't have school. We didn't have nobody.
It was virtual.
So I didn't get to really see them kids. A lot of them boys was at home, right? Guess what? The gyms closed. The high school closed. So as an offensive lineman, they didn't gain weight. Right. You can't give fat people 2-3 months off, right? What we doing? We eating snacks. We smashing, right? We done learned how to cook at the house more than we done worked out, right? But seriously, wasn't no gyms open, wasn't no high schools open. So a lot of my old linemen gained weight. You know what I'm saying? So now you dealing with a 300-pound boy who's now 330. Right. And so when you get back in January, we're trying to get in condition. We're trying to lose weight. We're trying to get our mind back right on football. And so we had an okay spring. It wasn't bad, but the thing I love about spring was that the boys got a lot of experience. The best teacher is experience, right? So they actually got to play live reps versus live teams and teams who are trying to kick your tail instead of you going against each other, right? And so we had to give them about 2 months off after that. And then we got back rocking and rolling then the real training camp this year. So we've been pretty much going almost nonstop since January. Wow. So the one thing I love about these boys is their durability, their mental toughness, and the fact that they still want to get it done come December after we've been rocking and rolling since January. You feel me? So I just want people to understand how long these boys been grinding, and they've been doing a heck of a job, and they got their academics in order.
That's what's up. Do you think that maybe starting in the next couple of years we'll get spring game more than just the glorified, practices, but maybe 1 or 2 games to
that would be
a test for
honestly, man, you know what's crazy? You might be on to something, because with HBCUs, we're always striving to make a little bit of money, right? So if you throw in a game and what I'm saying, in the spring, you might have a nice little money maker in the spring. Now that's something the NCAA have to allow, yada yada yada. And I can see the one
little home and away.
Yeah,
at least
absolutely.
2 games.
And listen, it could be the same team.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If, make a long story short, say if we want to play like Alabama State there at their home, then they come back and play us at our home, and then I say Alabama State on purpose because that's a SWAC school, so somebody you don't have to see during your regular season the next year. You get what I'm saying? I think that would be a good idea. I think the only downfall was that it'd be like any other sport, injuries and stuff like that. But I mean, I think that would be a great idea in the spring, just to get everybody back excited about ball again, man.
Yeah. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, that's it. You might be on to something.
Right. Where are you originally from, Coach?
Man, I'm from Dayton, Ohio, man.
Wow. How did you get all the way down to South Carolina
State?
Right.
So listen, I'm from Dayton, Ohio. So I play, the Lord blessed me to get a football scholarship at the University of South Carolina. So I'm a Gamecock, okay?
All right.
And so I met my beautiful wife down there, and I played football. I played football in South Carolina. I got drafted to the New York Giants, so I bounced around all over the place just in my little NFL career or whatever. And when I was done, my wife said, well, we're moving back to my hometown. So somehow, some way, I ain't been able to get back to Ohio, right? So
I'm sure the weather is a little bit better.
Oh, it's phenomenal. That's one thing I can argue with her about, right? So moved out here after I got done playing my professional career, and I started coaching at Newberry College in South Carolina. And then, we did well there, got a promotion, came here to South Carolina State. So I've been here for 4 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about Coach Pugh and what he's meant.
Yeah, Coach Pugh has meant a lot to me. People don't realize that he was our running backs coach when I was at South Carolina.
Oh, wow.
So I've known Coach Pugh since 2001. He was our running back coach, and clearly I'm an offensive lineman, so we work together all the time, right? So I've known him since 2001, and being able to coach under him, I realized why he's so successful, man. He's one of those hard-working dudes. He's an old-school country boy who all he knows is work. And being a country boy, you got to wake up early, right, to take care of the farm and all that good stuff. So he's one of those dudes, man, you always hear about it, like being a fan with a commentary say, oh, he's the first guy in, the last guy out. Well, I get to see that every day. Like Coach Pugh being there 4 in the morning, he'll leave at 10 p.m. And the one thing thing about it, our kids, our staff has adopted that, man. So we know we got to be in there early. We know we got to be in there late because the one thing about it, he's going to ask you about your business. And if you don't have an answer, he might replace your butt. You know what I'm saying? So I always want to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's because I know his butt is on his P's and Q's and he's very sharp and hard working.
You know, it's funny you say that, especially with the Urban Meyer situation. I mean, this is a little often where I want to go, but
fine.
With the Urban Meyer situation that happened, all the rumors about how the assistant coaches felt about him, but to hear you talk about Coach Pugh, there is something to that then because you look like you ready to go through a brick wall for this man.
Yeah, man. Listen, the one thing you see in HBCU is all the obstacles and the lack of resources they have. He don't let that be no excuse or no crutch, or he's going to make sure he's knocking that obstacle out of our way or the boys' way. So, listen, that dude, I don't think I know another person outside of my family, blood family, that loves us as much as he do or loves me as much as he do. He do anything for us, man. And if somebody can't do it, he going to do it for us. If you can't do it, he going to do it for us. So, and I see what he has done for our boys, even with this week. I mean, the Cricket Celebration Bowl people has done a phenomenal job, and the next person behind them is Pugh. He done a phenomenal job taking care of our boys. So, like I said, as a young and upcoming, inspiring African American coach, I'm learning so much from him through work ethic. You know what he's doing behind the scenes and all those good things, and how he is as a head coach, administrator in our university, and everything he does.
Okay, what's one of the keys to the game? For the trenches.
For the trenches, for the O-line, man. Our keys is number one, play tough. Number two, play smart. And number three, always play fast. People think because you're a big fat guy that you a big slow guy. Nah, we play fast in between 5 yards. Now, if you ask us to run 6, you might not get us. Yeah, but we the fastest people on the field within 5 yards. Okay, so that's the one thing about the O-line. But, man, I think the main thing is we have to stay together. I don't think our kids – well, we played against Clemson. It was probably about 90,000 there, but it's supposed to be about another 90,000 a day. Right. The Georgia Dome is phenomenal. So I think after that first, I told my guys after that first series, get those butterflies out and get ready to kick some dang on butt. Now I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be nervous at first. Right. But that first series, it's gonna be out of me. And by that second series, we need to be ready to rock and roll and get our minds right. So like I told them, boy, man, chemistry is our best friend, communication is our next best friend, and kicking butt is our third best friend. You know what I'm saying? So and I don't use those words, okay? Right. But I know I'm just trying to be nice. But that's our deal, man. If we can do that, stay together, we'll be fine.
We know this is a business trip, but what have you enjoyed about this trip?
My boy's smiling every 5 minutes I see him, man. Like I said, man, the Celebration Bowl, the people who's put this thing together has done a phenomenal job. Our kids hadn't seen stuff like this, man. And just seeing my boy smile, because like I said, I paid at a PWI that had plenty of money. So when we went to Outback Bowls or Independence Bowl and all that, this was normal for us, right? And then even your facilities at home are so nice. This is normal. But for our kids to see this and be smiling every day and getting per diem and just having a good time, hanging out, going to Waffle House, that's the part I love, man, because man, we kick their butt so much in practice and academics and study hall and tutoring. It's like business all day. You want your boys to have fun, you know what I'm saying? And so they're having that good time. And yesterday we locked it in a little bit more, and today we're gonna be all locked in because we got a business game, like you said, business trip. We got a game tomorrow, so just see them. And then the boys got new swag. They had new jogging suits, and I'm just loving the smiles on their face because it's like a pre-Christmas deal right now, man. They just getting free stuff, and like I said, the Celebration Bowl people giving them free stuff. So I'm just excited for them, man, because I've done this before and I enjoyed it. I want them to have these same stories 10, 15 years from now about how Atlanta took care of us, the Celebration Bowl, cricket, Disney, McDonald's, everybody took care of us, the Omni Hotel. Like, I want them to be able to talk about this 10 years from now.
Okay. And having a number one player in the country go to an HBCU.
Yes.
What does that mean? Man,
listen, I couldn't be more prouder of Coach Sanders, Coach Deion Sanders and his staff for that, because that's going to open the doors for all of us. All of us, man. And the kids are eyeing that and seeing that. So now when you hear the word HBCU, you're not going to ask, hey, what does that mean? You're going to know, oh, man, my boy went to historically black college and university. And hopefully that boy be very successful in making, get drafted or whatever, so people can see that he was the pioneer of that thing, man. He's the first 5-star to do it. And hopefully he has a great career and get drafted high. So now kids after that can model that same thing, do the same thing, and nobody be scared to risk their draft stock by going to an HBCU. So I'm happy as heck for them, man, because I know at some point it's going to happen for us as well.
Right. So it's the trickle down, and at least when you're seeing recruits starting to see the South Carolina States, the FAMU, the Jackson State, at least along the ticker of possible schools.
Absolutely, man. They're going to be more familiar about it because, like I said, I went to a PWI, so I wasn't familiar with HBCU culture and their strength and their pride. You know what I'm saying? So once I started coaching HBCU, I said, "Oh, what the hell I've been missing out on? Like I'm ready to stump the yard and join the fraternity." I'm like, "Well, we didn't have this." You know what I'm saying? So and it's funny because my son is going through his teenage years, and throughout his teenage years, all he knows is South Carolina State. So now my son is an HBCU product because of the job I had, and his butt want to come here. You know what I'm saying? And he's a pretty good athlete. And he like, man, Daddy, I don't care if Florida State, Duke called me. I'm going to South Carolina State. I said, all right, I like it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I'm all for it now because I'm more educated on what HBCU presents for our young men. So I love what, like I said, what Coach Sanders doing. I love what we're doing. And man, like I said, I am all about this HBCU culture now.
That's what's up.